bringing it down to the lowest common denominator. All right, so now we have to figure out what's important in this scene so we can reconstruct it back in another world. If I hit play, I interact with the geometry. But what is really interacting with the geometry? Is it his boot? Is it his hands? Is it his head? What's interacting with the geometry here? That's what's the lowest common denominator. What's pushing things? So what I'm going to do is break stuff at this point. I'm going to take him and I'm going to delete the mesh. Then hit play. I'm going to find out, based upon me doing that it was never about him at all. It's about whatever this is. And it can jump, and it can fly, and then it can walk around, and it pushes over things. So what I like to show students is the fact that it's not about what you think it is. It's about the lowest common denominator. And in this case, it is about this pill. What I put in the pill, that doesn't even matter, because it could be a box, it could be a ball. It's all about aesthetics at that point. And learning something isn't going to be about aesthetics. It's going to be about figuring out what is doing the actual physical pushing of the objects. And in this case, to demonstrate that, here's a stupid ball, and I could put this in here. And if I needed something to wrap my head around, I can rotate around this to make sure that it's in line with the actual pill itself. Good. And I know, just by clicking and dragging, it attaches the sphere to the character. That was just me playing around earlier, and that is how you parent stuff. Parent stuff is very important. Parenting is basically the fact that if one object is moving, the other object is moving, correlating with that first object. So now I can hit play, and there I got a ball. That's a little easier for my head to wrap around, that I have a ball in the scene instead of lerp, and I can concentrate on things like this. So very cool. Now, it wasn't about the ball having any kind of physical properties, no rigid bodies on the ball at all. It's all about that character controller. Can I recreate this idea? Well, if I click on this pill, I'm going to find out there's a lot of things attached to the pill that I have never seen before. I got platform push bodies. I got camera controller attributes. And I'm going to look around at this, because this might be important later on. I'm going to put this in a note or a text edit. So that might be important later on because it's a naming convention for the character. The scripts, where are these at? These are probably a really important asset. So if I can go to edit script, I can find the script, but really what I'm looking at up here is the actual path of the script. What I'm going to do is close out Unity altogether and make a new project. It's important to make new projects every once in a while, because if you keep building upon other ideas, you will never get anywhere. So this time I'm going to call pushing objects. So I know where those scripts are at. I just need a good container to put them in that's untainted. I don't want anything in the scene other than a guy on terrain with a camera, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks. So once this gets started, well, I'll copy the scripts in here first before we go into the next video. I'll show you how to set all this up with the new scripts. So first off, let's get this. Okay, this is a brand new untainted scene. So I want to go back to Finder and find that in my assets directory, I found those scripts. And those scripts are in here, and there's two of them, 2D and effects. I'm just going to copy both of them, but I'm going to focus on one script at a time. Okay, here's my pushing objects, and that's going to go in my assets directory, standard assets, and it gets pasted here. oops. Yeah, actually gets pasted in the scripts directory. So I'm gonna drag that one there, and effects gets put in scripts directory too. There we go. Good. All right, so in the next video, I'll show you how to lay this out.